There is a 3D trigonometric questions again, and then in part A they just tell you that there is a triangular metal sheets, and then with something BC is 24 while BAC is 30 degree, and then angle ACB is 42 degree. Usually part A is really easy, just let you apply sine formula or cosine formula. But anyway, in order to handle this kind of question, I never consider as a 3D diagram. I will redraw it in a 2D diagram. And then this is point B, point A, point C. This is 30 degree, this is 42 degree, and then we need 24, and we also need AC. So in this diagram, we have 2 points, 2 angles, and also 2 lengths. Most probably, we are going to use sine formula. And we have to know refer to x, we need the opposite angle. So we have to find out the opposite angle first. In part A, angle ABC is equal to 180 degree minus 30 degree minus 42 degree because of angle sum of triangle, 108 degree. After that, we can write down the sine formula. X to sine opposite angle 108 degree should equal to, we have 30 degree and 24, so we use this combination. 24 divided by sine 30 degree. 48 sine 108 degree. We have 45.65071278. Write down as much as digit that you can. Even you forget to store it into our memory slot, you can still use this value. That's why AC is equal to 45.7. And then after that, they say that we have to hold ABC like the figure, such that only vertex B touch the horizontal ground, and then A and C hold it above the ground. And then they tell you D and E are the point line on horizontal ground vertically below, which means that D is projection to A, and E is projection of C also. After that, they say that AD is 10 cm, CE is 2. We have to find the distance between C and F. We have to consider how long is it. Whenever we want to find out CF, we should consider is there any triangle involving CF. So we are concerning this survey, this 2D triangle. For triangle ADF, it's a right angle triangle because they say D is vertically below. And then AD is 10. We want to know is the distance between C and F. But we also know that this length AC is found in part A, 45.65071278. So we are going to use a similar triangle. 2 to 10 should equal to CF to the whole length. 2 to 10 is equal to CF to the whole length. That means A to F. So this is CF plus extra 45.65071278. And then you just solve CF. Or in short, this is 1 to 5. That means this section to this section is 1 to 4. You may just simply use this value, divide by 4, you also get the answer. So just like what I mentioned, just simply divide by 4. CF is approximate equal to 11.4126782. We just finished B1. And then for B2, we find the area of ABF. ABF here. Again, if you want to find that area, you should consider 2D diagram, but not a 3D diagram. This time we are talking about triangle ABF. We are talking about this triangle. And then they, from top view, maybe it's like this. What we know about AF, we already know the total length. It's 57.06. Because we already have one length, then of course, if we consider his base, then we want the height also. But any method, we can find out the height. And don't forget you have 42 degree and also 24 here from point C. So this is a right angle triangle, opposite sides, hypotenuse. If we use sine ratio, we can get the height directly. So I let the height be h. H divided by 24 is equal to sine 42 degree. That's why to get the area of this triangle, we have base and also we have height already. Then we can write down, therefore the area is equal to 1/2 base times height. Is 458.1943369. Now, proceed to the most difficult part of this question. Is they ask you the inclination of the thin metal sheets ABC to the horizontal ground. That means they ask you the angle between the plane ABC and the horizontal ground. We always use the same method for that. First, we need to find the contact line. These two planes intercept on BF. If we extend the plane ABC, BF will touch the ground. And then we have to use perpendicular lines to this intercept line to represent corresponding plane. So for the plane ABC, that means I need to draw a perpendicular line from point B or some other point, and then to represent this this plane. But this is not a good choice. It's because at point B we don't have much information on the horizontal plane. So I will prefer from point C or from point A, because both of them we have the projection of those points. So now I choose, let's say I choose C, because we have more information on this triangle. So we use the green line here to represent the inclined plane. And maybe I let the point of intercept be P, just random letter. And then afterward, we have to find a line to represent the horizontal plane. It's much easier. It's because point E is the projection of C to the horizontal ground. So we just connect point E to P. Then the angle between these two green lines will be our target, which is the angle between the plane ABC and the horizontal ground. Same story again. If you want to get the angle, then you need to consider a 2D diagram involving C, P, and also E here. We already know CE, which is 2. And then that's why if we can get CP, then we can use the corresponding ratio, which is opposite to hypotenuse, to get our answer theta. So now our mission is to find out CP. You have to think how can we get CP? CP is on this plane. So I label CP here. And then we have to brainstorm how can we achieve this target. So a little bit more about this plane is we know this is 30 degree. So we know pretty well about this small triangle ABC. So if we want, that means we can find out AB also. If we find out AB with one line, two lines, one angle, by cosine formula, we can find out BF. So we can also find out BF. After we find out BF, don't forget that they give us some hints what to calculate in part B2. They ask us to find out the area. So with our long base and the corresponding area of this part, because we have the ratio 4 to 1, so this is just 1/5 of the total area. Then we can use this method to find out the corresponding height. Just now the area of the triangle ABF is 458, and then if we divide by 5, we get this one is amount 90 something. So with this area, base and height is the only unknown, then we can get CP. After we get CP, take it back here and then we shift sine, we get the corresponding angle of inclination. So clear? So now we set up few steps. The first step is to find out AB. The second step is to find out BF. The first step is about the area of triangle BCF. We just divide the previous result by 5 and then we can get CP. We get CP, then we can take it back here and then we can get our target finally. So we start our calculation. First is about AB. AB divided by sine 42 degree is equal to 24 divided by sine 30 degree. After that, we are going to find out BF. So BF squared is equal to AB squared. And then we square root it, we get BF is 33.36690449. And then we finished 2 steps already. Now the third step is about the area. Area of triangle BCF by the ratio. Because they have the two triangles have the same height, and then that's why the length ratio is equal to their area ratio. So this is 1 to 5. The whole triangle is 5, so we just divide by 5. (91.63886738). After that, we are going to get CP now. Let P be our point. So 1/2 CP times the BF. So finally, we just compare it with 2, and then we take shift sign. That's why our angle is equal to shift sign, and then opposite divided by hypotenuse. Is 21.4 degree. Some other student may not use this small triangle, but instead they may use this bigger triangle, because we also have 10, so it's still possible for you to find it out. But basically it's the same, that you are going to consider the whole triangle. Let's say if this is Q, and then we don't need to divide the area by 5, and then we can use this directly. So it depends on you. Final part, they say that the area of triangle BDF, that means the plane in the horizontal plane, a triangle of this triangle here, and then is greater than this one. That means we want to calculate the area of this. Just now we already have the inclination, so I think letting Q may be more useful here in this question, but sometimes you don't know which one is easier before you get the answer. So we already know the angle of inclination is 21.4 degree. So with this length, we can find out what is dq, that means the height. Now our target is to find out this area, D to B and F, and then Q is somewhere here. We already have BF, which is 33 point something, and also if we find DQ, then we can find out this area. To consider DQ, we consider the ADQ, this plane again. This is 10, the inclination 21.4. So we can find out DQ very easily by using tangent ratio. Tangent angle AQD, that means your answer in part B3 is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. We get this length. It seems makes sense, and then we are going to calculate the area of triangle BDF. You better write down so DQ times BF. Then we just use the data that we have. Then we get the exact area of this is 426.7 something, and then it is definitely smaller than 460 that they want us to compare. That's why we do not agree. Some other method is they say the inclined plane, this triangle area, should be bigger than the shadow of this in the moon on the that means if the sunshine from the vertically above, and then the shadow here should be smaller. But I think this one is not very reliable, and then you are not really sure about that. So I think finding the exact value of the area is much better method.